Hey y'all, this Miss Danny Baby back one more again. Long time no see. I think this is my first video in 2019, so it's good to see you guys. But it's for a crazy reason. Um, your favorite mammy mule madame head prostitute Erykah Badu is back one more again. I've clowned her before. And it's such a shame because I really like Erykah Badu's talent. But man, this lady is delusional. But the reason why she's hitting um, the social media platforms recently is because she was just in Chicago, y'all, yesterday at some kind of like concert. And her fans were saying that she was doing like really, really well with the concert. But like halfway through, she started making statements about R. Kelly, and it really pissed a lot of her fans off, and she ended up getting booed. And I say she deserves what she got. This lady has always in recent years like defended R. Kelly, and I'm just sickened by black women and R. Kelly's fans digging their heels in to prove a point that they gonna ride for this dude no matter what. But here's commentary that was made about her. If I can get my computer to scroll down. This is in the Chicago Tribune, but it's on other sites as well. Um, it's saying singer-songwriter Erykah Badu elicited boos from a Chicago crowd after bringing up R. Kelly at a Saturday night concert in his hometown. A few songs into her show at the Aragon Ballroom into the Uptown neighborhood, Badu took a break from her set to talk about R. Kelly, who continues to face fallout from surviving R. Kelly. The Lifetime documentary series that spotlighted decades of abuse allegations against the R&B singer. Says of a lady named Vanessa, 35, flew into Chicago from Los Angeles to see the concert to celebrate a friend's birthday. And she says that Erykah started off the concert very well. Everything's going great. She decided to bring up R. Kelly and how Chicago feels about R. Kelly, and everybody started booing. Now, mind you, this is just yesterday. Um, I just can't believe she opened her big fat mouth to speak about this crap. But anyway, continuing on, she said, "I'm putting up a prayer right now for her." And what else she say? The singer redirected the audience away from criticizing Kelly, saying that's not love. And the lady Gonzalez said it was a very strange moment. Um, so yeah, and then people are posting about it on Twitter. Apparently, Erykah Badu said some crazy crap about if one of the abused people also um, if one of the abused people started to abuse, would you come after them? Let me find her exact statement. Hold on. Find it, y'all. Just a moment. Okay, here we go. I found it. She's saying, what if one of the people who was assaulted by R. Kelly becomes an offender themselves? We're gonna crucify them too. So I haven't seen anyone with this on tape as of yet, like with their recorded phone or any footage. But this is what all of the a lot of the concert goers are saying, that she said this during a concert. Now, mind you, it's already a depressing subject. Some people are speaking on it. A lot of people are speaking on it, actually. The abuse allegations against R. Kelly. I can imagine that it's a very sensitive subject for people that live in Chicago. It's hella embarrassing that one of your renowned artists um, is accused of just some of the most horrible things. And then here comes this tramp from Texas. And it's not funny, but I just have to clown her. This girl from from Texas. I don't know where she's staying now. She's been different places, but she's born and raised from Texas. But here she comes to your town and gonna tell y'all how to feel about one of your own. Now, agree or disagree with R. Kelly, stand for him or be against him, whatever your stance is, it's up for other people to make their own decision. But what I hate is the thought of grown-ups and supposed adults taking a stand that to me speaks to being against children. Okay, and this is a woman with 3 children of her own, 2 of which are girls. um and another point, R. Kelly's own daughter ain't fucking with him. His own daughter. So if his own daughter is disgusted by things, revelations about her dad, things that she's experienced, seeing her mom in a domestically abusive relationship with her father, if she is standing against him based on these allegations, how in the world are you, Erykah Badu, gonna come and try to convince everybody else that they need to show love and support for him? It's very disrespectful to not only the victims of R. Kelly, but also R. Kelly's children that have also been traumatized by the situation they find themselves in, having a dad that's been condemned on so many levels. This is his daughter right here. Her name is Buku Abi. Very beautiful girl. And it's so sad. She had to type about this on Twitter. And just had to express herself and her feelings about the situation. I imagine that has to be hard as hell to have a dad um blamed for something so heinous. So again, Erykah Badu, Lord have mercy, she needs to stay in her own lane. But I just want to bring this up. How the hell you gonna be telling other people how they need to think when his own children, who would know him a lot better than you do, Missy, how you're gonna tell people how to think when his own children are demonstrating disgust and anger towards the actions of their father? Just something to think about. And she said some controversial statements in the past, but I guess the meat of this video, which I'm not gonna ramble on too long, but what I would like to say is that it seems like Erykah Badu is fake as hell and has always been fake. And I'm seeing that with a lot of women that proclaim to be all spiritual and there to raise the vibration of women. And that's not to say that every last single moment of her career has been on some bum bitch shit, but for her to go to a classy artist that was there to elevate women supposedly and to raise the vibration and consciousness of people that listen to her music, men and women alike, for her to come 20 years later and to be a rape apologist just really sickens my soul. When women like this defend predators, it seems like they care more for the predator than they do even for the victim. She's saying, what if one of his victims goes on to offend? Are we going to crucify them too? So her blame is more on the crucifixion of a predator than to blame the predator themselves for making victims. I did a video on her, like several, it wasn't actually on her, but I included some commentary about her when I was talking about Fabulous, the rapper Fabulous, and his girl slash wife that they had a domestic dispute and violence going on where he beat her up, and this theme is becoming just really quite magnified, especially in the internet age where you're talking about social media. And it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because we can see it, we can call it out, we can confront it, we can point fingers and wag the finger and condemn bad actions. But at the same time, even though we can do that, when it's in your face with the misdeeds and abuse of other people, it just overwhelms you. And this R. Kelly situation is just crazy as fuck. But Erykah Badu has been known to make, like I said, other controversial statements in the past. She's said stuff about little girls need to hike their skirts down so that they won't turn on older men. They won't come on to her. She's just said some dumbass shit. Never holding the predator accountable, never holding the adult person accountable, especially an adult male. And the reason why I called her a madam at the beginning of the video, because she's taken on this energy where it's like she's sacrificing baby girls to the energy that cannot be satisfied. It's an insatiable, demonic, lustful, harmful energy. Sex within itself is not harmful, but when it's a energy of sex that preys upon other people, then it's very demonic and it's very evil. And women like this broad here, they just send girl children on, and it's just, she invites the beast that is the sexual predator to prey on girl children. And like I said, she has 3 children of her own, 2 of which are girls. I guess she feels like, well, my kids over here, so fuck y'all kids. And I've seen this even recently with another, she's not an entertainer, but she's a big YouTuber, a spiritualist in quote unquote. And I've learned a lot from her channel, but even she's made some recent commentary, and I won't say her name. And I've liked her for the while that I've been watching her. Very pretty woman, has a successful little life with her husband and her kids. But she even recently said, when somebody asked her, like, well, what does she think about R. Kelly? And she was like, what else is there to say? Shit, if I was a little girl, I'd probably be trying to get on him too. I'm about men with wealth. You can't say nothing about, she was like defending men, in a sense, going for younger girls because the younger girls are going to be attracted to them anyway because they have money. I was just disgusted. And this woman has children of her own as well. But back to Erykah Badu. That's madam energy. It's like a spider that weaves a web and it's meant to catch prey. And once the prey is caught, then the predator does what they will with them. And while she might not be the hands-on predator in this case, she's her messaging is pushing the prey towards this type of energy. And she's the biggest hypocrite ever. Years ago when she dropped her Window Seat album or song, this song right here, let me pull it up. I don't want to play it because I don't want the video snatched, but when she played this song, they said that her and her staff, they went down to Dallas, Texas, where she is from, and she just did this song, like did a little quick video just for a couple minutes with no permit, no nothing. And it was impromptu, but basically she stripped down butt naked. If you guys search this particular video on YouTube, you'll see it. She stripped down to basically nothing. She even takes off this bra and panty that you see here. And let me see if I'll play like 3 seconds of it just so you can see her walk. You see that there? I don't want to get my video snatched, but anyway, she walked down live, really in Dallas, Texas. This is not a simulation. She's really there. She really took all her clothes off, and towards the end of the video, you can see she's totally butt naked, and she falls out on the ground, and she ended up getting charged with an offense for doing this because, one, she didn't have any paperwork saying that they were allowed to shoot a video, because you have to get permits and passes and stuff from cities before you can do that. And also it was considered like indecent because she did strip down naked, and the public was not prepared for that, and there was actually children there gawking and, like, you know, shocked as hell. Like, what is this grown woman doing? What the hell is going on? And for a woman to proclaim herself as a spirit person that is looking out for the best of women, she surely has a damn crazy way of showing it. This is a shot from her at the recent, I believe it was the Soul Train Awards, and I actually liked her performance on there. She did a good job. She had these little weird outfits on and stuff, but she threw down singing wise, and I can respect her talent. But again, her mindset is very perverted. These so-called spiritualist women, don't fall for them. Just like you can't fall for the fake preacher, the fake bishop, the fake priest, because a lot of them are money hungry, sexually perverted, and sneaky, and doing all kind of covert shit, taking money that they didn't earn from the people, while not actually helping the people that put money in their pockets. Just like we don't trust them in a lot of cases, and we're coming to some kind of realization that we've been had when it comes to ministers and people that head churches. The same now goes in 2019 for people that claim to have some type of spiritual ascension that they don't actually believe in, it seemed like. Like I said, when I saw that video a couple days ago of this girl that I watch, and that girl be dropping some tea. She teaches you about you know, things to look for in spiritual writings, about books and astrology, you name it, she talks about it. She also talks about relationships and how to supposedly level up in your life when you're trying to make more money and just be a overall better woman. She talks about all that, and she has a very classy appearance and everything, but she said it ain't nothing to be said about R. Kelly, because she would have been doing the same thing too if she was one of them little girls. I just cannot with black people. I just cannot. I just cannot. And even if we were going to give him a pass, like, well, he can date underage, you know, let's see, 16, 17, 18, he could date them. But have you guys forgot that not only is he having sex with underage people, he's abusing them as well. This dude is not just accused of having sex with people, like he's just making sweet love to little girls, which is disgusting, worthy of vomit all into itself, but he's pissing on them. I've heard stories of him actually pooping on young girls, um, denying them food, leaving them locked up, emotional abuse. So we shy away from that. And when I say we, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the collective of his fans. They shy away from that. The horror that is really R. Kelly. He's not just a man that just likes to make sweet love to females. He likes to humiliate and destroy them from the inside out. But madams like this, bitches that excuse it and want to um make it seem like he's okay and he's safe. She's essentially luring young girls into his web of deceit, even if it's just mentally. So I want y'all to just peep game on this fake broad. You know, she's gonna talk about girls needing to hike their skirts down, but she out here butt ass bucket naked on a Texas street in broad daylight where other children can see. Maybe she's the sexual predator herself. It's a lot of women that's saying that recently, like, damn, it seemed like some black women are predators. They have that predatory spirits. They're sick sexual deviants. That's why they don't see that sexual deviance in black men, because they're deviant themselves and they don't want to be called out. That's what I'm gathering from um, Erykah Badu and a lot of other women. And she has always been pretty to me. She's like a celebration of a black girl that's really, really pretty. She has the most gorgeous eyes, even though she's doesn't have any makeup on here. But you guys, if you were to see some of her older videos, she's always been a looker in the face, and she's dated different guys, that were popular in black music, like Andre 3000, Jay Electronica, Common. Even I didn't even know that she dated Common until recently. Common and who's the other dude? The DOC, the West Coast rapper, but I think he was originally from Texas. So she's dated different dudes in the black music industry. But despite her claim to fame as being this celebrated, knowledgeable, wise woman, this girl has just been a fraud, like so many. And I'm going to end soon, but I'm just going to talk about this real quick. I was looking at her little Wikipedia information, and here, like I said, she's up there talking about girls need to pull their skirts down. But when she was called out about getting butt naked in Dallas, she said, it says, when asked about stripping nude in the presence of minors, Badu said, I didn't think about them until I saw them, and in my mind I tried to telepathically communicate my good intent to them. That's all I could do, and I hope they would not be traumatized, or they wouldn't be traumatized. Bitch, bye. I mean, that's the problem with adults these days. They take for granted that kids are just going to be okay. They think that they can just do what thou willst and have a very flippant, cavalier attitude, and the babies are just gonna survive how they survive. All the rest be damned. But then these same broads will be the ones calling out these bitches, or they'll be the same ones trying to defend these bitch Negroes when they're out here assaulting the community. Another thing I want to point out that just was kind of curious to me when talking about Erykah Badu's early childhood, when we're looking at the encyclopedia that's online, Wikipedia, it kind of rung some alarm bells. And I know it's speculatory in my thought process, but it's kind of looking weird. Um, it says here, Erykah Badu was born Erykah Abby Wright in Dallas, Texas. Her mother raised her and her brother and sister alone after separating from their father, William Wright Jr., to provide for her family. The children's maternal and paternal grandmothers often helped look after them. And Badu had a taste of show business at the age of 4, singing and dancing at the Dallas Theater Center and the Black Academy of Arts and Letters, under the guidance of her grandmother, Gwen Hargrove, and Uncle T. Ball founder, Curtis King. And here it says, by the age of 14, Badu was freestyling for a local radio station alongside talent, such talents as Roy Hargrove in her youth. So this backdrop looks very similar to other girls that we've heard of tied to R. Kelly. And I'm thinking, could it be that Erykah Badu has some experience with being manipulated by men in the industry? I'm not saying this has happened to her, and I would hope to the universe that it has not. But her story is very familiar, being exposed in this industry starting at a very young age. And this 14 number, boy, that comes up a lot when we talk about child abuse and neglect. She was also raised by a single mother whose dad left them. Her mother separated. Doesn't that sound like R. Kelly? Mom raising those kids alone. So perhaps Badu's, I'm just saying, if she want to say some dumb shit, I got her to study on her and figure out what's going on with her. Perhaps the reason that she sounds so dumb is because, and I ain't even trying to be disrespectful in that regard, I don't like the thought of anyone getting abused, but perhaps she has such a tolerance for it because something maybe happened to her. She definitely seemed like she was, perhaps in a vulnerable position as a young child trying to get in this industry, because we know how this industry get down. So when I saw that, I was like, birds of a feather, y'all. Moving on. I'm just going to play a little part of a clip of one of my older videos where I talked about her, and I'll end it there. But y'all let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about these so-called spiritualist type of women? Are you guys finding something kind of shaky with them? And of course, this does not mean all. And no human being is perfect. I'm not saying that. Nobody can be perfect. Okay? We're entitled to have attitudes and make mistakes. I'm not talking about that. The imperfection of just being human. Humanity is imperfection. As we try to cultivate ourselves and level up just on a human level. So that's not what I'm talking about. But when I see people that shit on the sanctity of children, all in respect and homage to predators, I got to really give them the side eye. So yeah, here we go.
I know they said no red cups, y'all. But this man have done more for the black than anyone. He taught us how, in the name of love, to step together. He taught us to stay out that trap closet. And he believes he can fly. No, seriously though. This is my brother. And you are my family. And I want y'all to give it up for R. Kelly! Badu, introducing him as her brother, and not only that, saying he's done so much for black people. Keep that. Done so much for black people. What? Ruining the minds of young black girls that are going to grow up to be damaged black women? Or is that the intent? Okay? Is that the intent? That bottom bitch mentality. You getting hoes for the pimps out here? So, actually, R. Kelly was fulfilling the mission that he's supposed to do? Is that what it is?